changing plans for pretty much everything today. It's 9:15 and I'm only now getting out for my run today. We had to go to the hospital last night for my daughter. She's fine, but it was a little bit of a scare for a second. We had to go to the hospital last night for my daughter. She's fine, but it was a little bit of a scare for a second. I got woken up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, to have to attend to my daughter. Yesterday was a day where right after dinner she started having stomach problems. She told us her tummy hurt. She tried to go to the bathroom at the pizza restaurant we were at. She couldn't go, and then while we were walking home, she suddenly kind of just like stopped in the middle of her, stopped in her tracks, and kind of squatted down, telling us her belly hurt. So I picked her up and kind of ran home, thinking that she just had to poop real bad. She pooped as soon as we got home, and it was very loose. It wasn't quite diarrhea, but very loose stool, which concerned us a little bit. My daughter also has eczema, and so we went through a normal like eczema night routine, and then around 3 in the morning, my daughter woke up screaming, and she was itchy and she had hives all over her body. So initially I just wanted to see if she could go to bed through it and take care of it in the morning. But then I was worried, and my wife reminded me that there's kind of two things going on, the gut problems and the skin problems, and so we decided that we needed to take her in. We took her down to Children's Hospital downtown. The resident came in first and kind of went through everything, and then the supervising physician came in to confirm. They gave her some Benadryl and monitored her for about half an hour to make sure it wasn't getting worse. The doctor was like, this just could be just hives, just regular hives that kids get. It could be a flare-up of her eczema. And it was 2 systems, so it did kind of pique her interest, she said. But she said if it was an allergic reaction, that she would expect to see a lot of diarrhea, not just one bout and it's over. And my daughter really had the one bout and then it was over. And so they sent us home, and we were all very tired. And it was like about 5 o'clock in the morning by the time we got home, 5:15. And so she's fine this morning, in good spirits, but we're not going to send her to daycare. At daycare, that's the first place that we've sent her where we don't provide the food. I mean, we could, but they advertise themselves as using a peanut-free caterer. That's not entirely true. There's no peanuts in any of the ingredients, but there's a lot of like cross-contamination may contain, which for families like us, we are very concerned about that. Other families don't care, and that's fine with them. That's between them and their physicians. So we've been letting her eat some of the food that, or any of the food that doesn't have like a warning for cross-contamination in it. And we're wondering if that maybe some of the companies aren't labeling at all, because you don't have to label for potential cross-contamination. You only have to really label if there is actual peanuts in it at this point. And so maybe she ate something that was cross-contaminated. We had pizza at the restaurant today, but we've been there, probably 30 times with her. And so we don't think that's what it is. We've been playing at that playground after school, and that playground is right by the zoo. And so there's just hundreds, if not thousands of kids that go through there every day. And who knows if someone had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch there and then it touched her, you know, or something like that. Who knows? It's kind of a mystery. And because it's so like mysterious like that, it could happen from anything that we'll never really be able to detect. It makes you really paranoid. And it's one of those things where it's like, you know, after a while I kind of get fatigued in terms of being paranoid, and then I let my guard down, and then something like this happens. Gonna run a couple errands. We just got back from the pediatrician. We had an appointment there today. We figured we'd go stop by and see them since we did go to the emergency room last night. And so at this point they suspect that she has a amoxicillin allergy. And so they've taken her off that. They took a look in her ear, which is, she had an ear infection, which was the original reason why she was on it. And her ears are cleared up, so they're not putting her on anything else. They're just discontinuing the amoxicillin for now. And we're going to treat with Benadryl, and I'm going to pick up some Zyrtec. I think there's an over-the-counter liquid form that she can have, so we're going to get some of that. And then I also got to pick up some quarters. Now we don't have a laundry, like a washer dryer in our unit. We can get one put into our unit, but it's one of those ventless kinds that just run all day and don't really work, so in terms of the dryer part. So we just use the laundry room that's in our building. I kind of prefer it that way because then we could do like 5 or 6 loads of laundry all at the same time if you time it correctly. But the downside is you got to get quarters. And so I'm going to go down to the check cashing place that's in the neighborhood. There aren't any bank locations that are within like 2 or 3 blocks of where we live, so we end up going to the check cashing place, even though there's a little bit of a fee to get your checks, or to buy some quarters. And then after that, get some groceries. So that's pretty much the plan for the day. The doctor's orders for my daughter were to play a lot and drink lots of water. So that's pretty much all she has to do. The doctor's orders for us were to give her Zyrtec during the day and Benadryl at night. Although I think my wife's giving my daughter some Benadryl right now, hoping that, you know, with all that happened last night, everyone's really tired, so maybe she'll take a little bit of a nap during the day. So that's the plan for today. Hi, can I buy some quarters, please? 10 rolls? Yes, please. Here you go. Alright, so ready for comics? Okay, let's go. Alright, you ready to go inside? Uh-oh, yeah, they got the Pokemon comics all up front.
They're smart.
They know what they're doing. I know we're out of Pokeballs. That's what I told you earlier.
Zoe, I would like you to cover up, please.
Let me see.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a good one too, Zoe, but we have no Pokeballs.
Where do you get Pokeballs?
You go to the Pokestops.
Where is the Pokestop?
They're just random places.
Is there
So
one
you have to like,
us?
well, no,
Okay.
not for a little while. So now we could just walk, really. Back at Walgreens. I was here not too long ago to pick up some Zyrtec, but there's always been, the hives have been getting worse and a lot itchier. So we called the doctor again. They recommended Maybe adding some children's Tylenol into the mix, hopefully just make her more comfortable. They don't think anything's necessarily wrong with things getting worse with the hives, but you know, we do want to make sure she can be as comfortable as possible if she gets better. So we're going to try to find a children's Tylenol. Get her a toy too as a little reward for being such a good kid.
Yo, what's going on?